Well, we started out with 81 riders from 40 nations. We end up with 14 riders at the front. Ivanchenko looking for some food. It looks like everybody's calmed down a little bit here. They might let this next group come back if they don't continue to push on. They're not that far behind. Suddenly everyone realizes that there is a world title up for grabs in not too long. 14.5 kilometers to go. We reach the bottom of the golf climb at 6.7 kilometers from the finish. And then the cobbles at 2.4. Number 6, Justina Chapler. Reedman wears number 8. Talia Appleton just prepared to sit in the wheels. Now there'll be some riders who are thinking they need to get away, and there'll be some riders who are thinking, I can win at the top of this climb, I can go on the cobbles, or I can even leave it very late. But look at this, suddenly there is a massive group of riders who believe now they're going to come back into this race. So we're going to get a swelling of numbers. 11 riders about to come across. Germany have another rider in here. 25 riders at the front. And Mackenzie Copeland today has had just about 9 lives. She's back in the race. Suddenly 25 riders are aiming to win this title. The front group, the momentum's gone. 12 kilometers to go. Now we get a little bit of a move, an acceleration at the front. Switzerland now have both their riders in here, and a big move on the right-hand side, and it comes from Stina Kagavi. Big move by Stina Kagavi. Now she's been dropped a few times, so she's decided that it's time now to do what Mull did and try and grow a lead before the climbs. That's her only chance. Good move by the Swedish rider. She looks around and she's riding away. And who's going to chase? It comes down to Germany. Germany need to do something about this. Everybody has gone across the road, and this rider from Stockholm in Sweden is riding away. They can't let her go. This rider's a rider who's won a stage in the Tour of Portugal, a stage in the Tour of Poland. She's a very useful bike rider, 20 years of age, and everybody is just looking at each other. Also, Great Britain need to sacrifice someone. So does Switzerland in order to bring this back together. Going to the front now is Samsonova to ride for Ivanchenko. And already this gap is 26 seconds. Laura de Scaper at the back, number 24. Thanks very much for joining me. The race situation, if you're just tuning in now for the end of this Under-23 World Championship. Stina Kagavi of Sweden is the lone leader of this race. Behind her, 24 riders came together. And now they're all just looking at each other and they're letting this Swedish rider ride away. They cannot let this happen. Otherwise, it's game over. Marie Schreiber is at the front, alongside the Austrian rider who's rejoined the front of the race. Tabea Huis. Schreiber was dropped a while ago, came back in the group. She's been always trying to force the tempo. But unless they start to ride, then this rider is going to ride to victory. This is a wonderful performance by this rider, taking an opportunity as she heads now to Kigali Golf. 36 seconds on the final lap. Only 9.3 kilometers of racing remain. Are this group on the right gambling too much? She takes a bottle. She looks comfortable. It's amazing when riders have been distanced how suddenly when you're on the attack the legs can suddenly come round and you feel good. Austria are there. The Swedish rider is flying. She looks good. 51 seconds now. Marie Schreiber smiling away on the front of this group with the Austrian rider alongside her. Tabea Huis. Is this gold medal just going away from everybody? Stina Kagavi is still maintaining this advantage. Stina Kagavi is still there now. Schreiber's decided she needs to ride. It's really not down to her. Schreiber goes on the attack now, starts to open up a little bit of a move. 8.2 kilometers of racing to go. Has this Swedish rider outgunned all of the riders who were mentioned as the possible winners of today's race? Does she have the legs to go all the way to the finish line? It was a perfectly executed attack when she came back. Now Switzerland decide they need to start to stamp on the pedals, and right on the front of the race it's Leah Huber who tries to get some urgency into this group. It's 44 seconds for the Swedish rider. Stina Kagavi is still on the attack. 40 seconds now. Here she is. This is the lone leader of this Under-23 World Championship. This is the biggest moment in her career. She takes a big deep breath, almost a micro rest at the top of the climb as she cruises at 58 kilometers an hour. She's now onto the climb. Are we going to see some big attacks? Has she got the legs to really ramp it up on this climb? Are the legs punishing her, or has she held something back? Stina Kagavi of Sweden looks good. Can she get to the top of this climb? She'll go over the top. and she'll descend her way down to the cobbles. She'll have about 3.5 kilometers of fast racing till she reaches the cobbled section. 48 seconds now. 700 meters to the top for Stina Kargevy. Into the climb now. Who's going to be first? It looks like Marie Schreiber from the helicopter shot. It is Marie Schreiber first onto the climb from the what we'll call the peloton, and now we get a big attack. Schladnova starts to move. This rider wants the gold. She makes a massive attack. Celia Jury tries to go across. Paula Blasi, it's always been those three riders who are the strongest, and Holmgren is left wanting on this climb. The Canadian rider, has she done too much work today? She's been on the front for the majority of this race, right from the start. We wondered whether at 110 kilometers to go it was right for Holmgren to always have her nose in the wind. Maybe it's now showing that it wasn't. The regulators asked the motorbikes to come out because this race is advancing at a massive rate. Jerry looks across. Schladnova is there. Blasi is there. Holmgren is grinding her way to the top of this climb and desperately trying to get back in the wheels. 400 meters to go for the Swede. Here she is. Those legs are screaming in agony. She just needs to get herself to the top. She's got a chance of a medal here, if not the whole title. But this race is advancing at a momentous rate. Holmgren makes the junction. Schladnova asks everybody to come through, and they're not prepared to do it. 4 riders in the chase. Blasi, Holmgren, Schladnova and Jerry. And they still haven't caught. Kargevy at the front. It might not have been the most attacking bike race you've ever watched in your life, but it sure has been one of those races you have to watch because you just don't know what's going to happen. Kargevy looks cool, calm and collected. She checks over her shoulder. She's still there. She's in a group of 5 any moment now, and she's heading towards the finish of the World Championships. She looks like she's out for a cafe ride. She just sat up, looks around, checks over her shoulder, has a little bit of time to recover. That is a rider who certainly is still focused. Five riders, and now they need to ride. They cannot sit up the way they did before. There's the chase. There's what, 5 riders in the chase, 1 slightly off the back. Are France happy with this situation? Kargevy is prepared to work. She wants to keep this momentum. She knows 1 out of 5 is a brilliant opportunity. But the group is trying to come across. Contains Talia Appleton of Australia. She's in that second group on the road, I think. Also in that group is Ivanchenko. So 6 chasers, 5 leaders, 5 kilometers to go. Bottom of the climb is 2.4 from the end. Blasi in the blue on the left, Holmgren on the front. Going through now, Schladnova of Slovakia. And the Swede is the unknown rider in that front group. The chasing group of riders behind. Let's see who's there. Looks to me like Riedman in that yellow helmet, Laura de Scaper of Belgium, Chia Bocco of Italy, Ivanchenko, Marion Bunel and Talia Appleton of Australia. They're going to get back. Now this next climb suits different riders. Once we get onto the cobbles, 4.5 kilometers to go. This is going to be a nail-biting finish for anyone who's supporting any of these riders. Ivanchenko in the turquoise-coloured kit, Bunel on the back. France have ridden, I think, for Bunel today. Chiabocco, Riedman in that yellow helmet on the left-hand side, wearing number 8. Can they get back? It looks like they're going to, just before we hit the bottom of the cobbles. This front group just doesn't have the momentum. They're making Stina Kargevy do all the work. Blasi goes through, does a little turn. Laura de Scaper, she's had one of those days as well. Look at Talia Appleton getting rid of her bottle. Throws that now. All the water has gone. Marion Bunel on the back. Holmgren on the front, the Canadian. Her team rode a brilliant race. And the junction is about to be made. Well, thank you to all of you for watching. It has been a long race. The average speed of this race is 35 kilometers an hour. They've been racing for 3 hours and 17 minutes. If you're questioning why aren't they riding, I think literally everyone is nailed now. They really are. They are on their last legs and they're trying to conserve any little juice of energy they've got to try and win this title. Talia Appleton on the right-hand side, number 38 from Australia, 2.4 kilometres to go. We're about to hit the cobbles for the final time in this World Championship. It's all about who has the legs onto the climb. Chiabocco is the rider from Italy who starts to ramp it up. Blasi is just behind in the colours of Spain. Géry in that black helmet. Holmgren now looks stronger again. Moving up on the right-hand side is Marion Bunel in that yellow helmet in the colours of France. Ivanchenko is tucked in, number 82. Stina Kargevy is still there. Talia Appleton and Riedman is being distanced. It's all about who can gamble, who can wait, who is prepared to just risk something. Who's got the legs to win this world title? Laura de Scaper moves up on the right-hand side. France have still got 2 riders. Stina Kargevy is in the company she didn't expect, and she's still there. Blasi now starts to up the tempo. Wearing number 11. And for the first time, Talia Appleton is starting to struggle on these cobbles. She starts to lose the wheel. So it's Blasi, Chiabocco, Géry, Holmgren, Schladnova, Laura de Scaper, Marion Bunel, and then one rider just on the back is Ivanchenko. Chiabocco has been the sole Italian competitor today. And she's surfed the wheels and she's done everything she needed to do. Eight riders now in the front group. Talia Appleton's going to make it 9 though. And Marion Bunel, just before Appleton gets there, starts the attack. The climber from France, Marion Bunel, starts a big acceleration. Célia Géry goes on the wheel of Schladnova to give France 2 riders in the front, 3 places. This is the moment. Look at the face of Marion Bunel as she rips her way up the cobbles. Marion Bunel drags away 2 riders. This is the moment for France. Bunel has not attacked all day today. She hasn't made the move. She's sat in the wheels and she makes the acceleration that causes the split. 3 riders now. They can fully commit because this is the medals. There's the gap. Chiabocco wants to close it. Holmgren is gambling a little bit for Canada, hoping they can close it. 1.5 kilometres now remain. And Bunel has just done a full power effort all the way up this climb since she attacked, and she's still stamping. The 20-year-old French rider from Bernay, Marion Bunel, rides for the team of Wiesma Lisa by still ramping up the tempo. Last year's winner of the Tour de l'Avenir has dealt a crushing blow on these cobbles. Look at the face on her. Schladnova's trying to stay there. Celia Géry. Schladnova checks over her shoulder to see what the situation is, and still Marion Bunel is the rider who is causing havoc on this climb. Holmgren is desperately trying to come across. They're only 7 seconds off the win. Paula Blasi is there. Look at Chiabocco. She's on her absolute limit. Marion Bunel attacks left-hand side of the road. Big acceleration inside the last kilometre. Schladnova goes with her. Celia Géry gets ready. France have got 1 and 3 in this group of 3 right now. They check over their shoulders. They're all a little bit fraught and worried about what's going to happen from behind. 6 seconds now is the advantage for Marion Bunel, Victoria Schladnova, and on the back is Celia Géry. 2 French riders, 1 Slovakian, and now it's about the power all the way to the top of this climb. It's a horrible finish. They're sprinting for all they are worth behind. They still believe that it's possible, but Marion Bunel is emptying the tank to try and give France the gold medal. Laura de Scaper trying to close the gap for Belgium. 300 metres to go. What a sprint between these riders. Victoria Schladnova attacks, and Marion Bunel now is dropped. It's too much for her. So it's Schladnova, Celia Géry. Who's going to win this world title? It has been the most brutal bike race. Over 119 kilometres of racing. Now Celia Géry goes. A huge acceleration from the French rider. It's going to be world champion Celia Géry. France celebrates. Second place to Schladnova, and it's going to be a sprint for 3rd place between Chiabocco and Blasi. Blasi takes the bronze for Spain. They catch Bunel on the line. An amazing day for France. Marion Bunel ripped the race apart. She's absolutely exhausted. What a finish. What an absolutely incredible bike race that was. Marion Bunel is literally finished here at the finish line. Celia Géry is the world champion. Victoria Schladnova is second. Paula Blasi takes the bronze just ahead of Chiabocco. Bunel ends up 5th. Isabella Holmgren of Canada 6th. Then it's Eve Anchenko, De Scaper, Talia Appleton, Linda Riedman. The rest of the riders will come into the line now, sprinting for the minor places. This group led by Imogen Wolf. Well, we said maybe an hour ago that Celia Géry was just cruising. Look at her looking across at Schladnova. The youngest rider in the race finishes in 2nd place. Celia Géry is the world champion. She rode superbly today. She looked fantastic through the entire race.
rero ni shampiyona y'isi y'amagare irimo kubera ngaha mu mujyi wacu wa Kigali. Mbibutsa yuko rero hamwe n'umujyi wa Kigali babatumiye muri Jen's Comedy Show. Jen's Comedy Show iri buze kuba nimugoroba muri Camp Kigali. Nimuze gucikwa rero mwirebera abanyarwenya benshi batandukanye. Jen's Comedy Show nimugoroba rero muri Camp Kigali hamwe na Fari.
What a ride by Marion Bunel to take that group away and give her teammates the chance to win the gold. That was exceptional. She's absolutely finished. Two medals for this young rider from Slovakia. Here's the result of the women's under-23 road race. Celia Géry of France wins in 3 hours and 24 minutes. Behind her, the youngest rider in the race, Victoria Schladnova of Slovakia. Paula Blasi, she rode a great race for Spain. She takes the bronze. Then it was Chiabocco, Bunel and Holmgren in the top 6. There'll be riders out on the road for quite a while now. Two teammates in trade teams, Bunel and Schladnova. There are riders peppered all over this tarmac right now, just trying to recover. Well, we get ready for the interview and the podium presentation. Well, let's hear now from the winner of today's race.
Célia, félicitations. Pour la première fois, il y a un titre dédié de championne du monde des moins de 23 ans. Et c'est vous rentrez dans l'histoire, c'est une belle journée.
Ouais, c'est vraiment incroyable. Ce matin, c'était très long pour attendre jusqu'à 13h, mais là, ouais, c'est génial.
Ça a été aussi un chef-d'œuvre collectif aujourd'hui.
Ouais, complètement. On était que trois par rapport à d'autres collectifs qui étaient peut-être un petit peu plus nombreuses, mais il y en avait d'autres qui étaient aussi moins nombreuses. Mais on a su gérer notre course parfaitement. Et on était 3 fortes filles dans l'équipe, donc ouais, c'est vraiment un travail d'équipe avec Julie dans un premier temps. Puis voilà, après avec Marion qui m'a dit qu'elle se sentait un petit peu moins bien dans les pavés, donc on a tout misé sur moi au final. Et ouais, elle a fait une fin extraordinaire dans la montée pavée là, et le dernier kilomètre. C'est vraiment un travail d'équipe, ouais.
Encore fallait-il réussir à faire la différence face à Schladnova dans le final. Vous avez trouvé les ressources.
Ouais, bah en fait, je suis partie 2 fois en échappée aussi avec Schladnova pendant la course. Voilà, dans la montée du golf là. Puis elle a attaqué 2 fois du coup. Donc j'étais avec elle, puis je voyais que sur les efforts longs, elle me faisait vraiment souffrir. Donc j'essayais de me canaliser parce que sinon j'allais pas pouvoir tenir jusqu'à la fin. Et je savais que derrière il y avait encore quelques filles qui pouvaient être un petit peu dangereuses pour le sprint s'il arrivait au sprint. Donc voilà, j'ai essayé de gérer ma course et pour le final, ouais, Marion a bien géré et bah, je me retournais un peu pour voir où c'était derrière. Puis je sentais que de toute façon c'était à Schladnova d'y aller. Donc voilà, moi j'avais qu'à attendre et Et après, au niveau de la pointe de vitesse, j'avais assez confiance face à elle quand même, par rapport aux efforts longs, comme j'ai dit tout à l'heure, où j'étais peut-être un petit peu en dessous.
Vous le sentiez venir, ce titre, après votre Tour de l'Avenir, par exemple? Est-ce que vous le sentiez venir?
Le sentir venir, non. Mais parce qu'en arrivant ici, c'est vrai que les conditions sont vraiment différentes qu'en France. Honnêtement, je sais même pas dire si j'avais de bonnes sensations pendant la course par rapport à d'habitude, mais dans tous les cas, c'était toutes les filles qui étaient dans le même état que moi, du coup, vu que je gagne à l'arrivée, quoi. Mais ouais, du coup, c'était difficile, fallait pas lâcher mentalement, en fait, c'était vraiment le mental. Parce que la course a été dure, mais pas non plus ultra dure, on a pu voir. J'aurais pensé à une course vraiment plus difficile qui aurait été écrémée bien avant les 2 derniers tours. Donc ouais, non, j'avais pas trop confiance en venant ici, mais je savais qu'on avait une équipe en tout cas forte pour pouvoir aller chercher le titre quand même.
Maintenant, on va falloir profiter du podium et de l'équipe de France. Bravo.
Celia Géry, well, in summary, she said that was incredible. It was a very long race, 3 hours. The collective performance of the team was perfect. The work of Julie Begaud, the work of Marion Bunel was extraordinary. What a great job by Marion Bunel towards the end of the race. In the final, Marion worked hard. I was able to sit at the back, had the confidence I would have the speed to take the victory. She also said it was a very hard race, a very difficult last 2 laps, but she had good sensations during the race and she was able to win. What a ride by Celia Géry, beating Shladnova of Slovakia into second place. And Marion Bunel almost got a 1-3. But it was Blasi who took third place. I think that performance by Blasi to get the bronze was well deserved because she rode fantastically today. She looked comfortable all day and she made the moves when she needed to. There's the margin of the bronze. We're just getting ready for the podium presentation. Well, the crowd are almost ready for the greeting of the winners. As a reminder of the top 10 riders today. In a few moments, that stage will be occupied and we'll present the winners of today's race. Big crowd again all along the route. To look out over the convention centre and hotels and everything in this particular area. This area's got a little expo, it's got the merchandising area and everything else. We're almost ready for this presentation now. Thank you for all your messages. Thanks for the little bits of information that some of you imparted during today's race as well. It was fantastic to bring this race to life alongside you today. And our riders are ready. We're ready for the victory ceremony as the music begins.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awards ceremony of the 2025 UCI Road World Championships in Kigali. Mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue à la cérémonie protocolaire des championnats du monde route UCI 2025 à Kigali.
Ikaze kuri mwese muteraniye hano, ikaze kuri mwese mudukurikiye, tubaha ikaze mu biro byo gutanga ibihembo ku bakinnyi bitwaye neza muri shampiyona y'isi y'amagare y'ibihumbi 2025 UCI Road World Championships iri gukinirwa ahangaha i Kigali.
Here's our medalists.
Awards ceremony of the 2025 UCI Road World Championships Women Under 23 Road Race. Cérémonie protocolaire des championnats du monde route UCI 2025 course en ligne femmes moins de 23 ans.
Muri uyu mwanya rero hagiye gutangwa ibihembo ku batsinze muri shampiyona y'isi y'amagare mu 2025 mu cyiciro cya Women Under 23 cyangwa se abagore bari munsi y'imyaka 23 Road Race.
The medals and jersey will be presented by Mrs. Daniela Isetti, UCI Management Committee member. Les médailles et le maillot seront remis par Madame Daniela Isetti, membre du comité directeur de l'UCI.
Imidari n'imyambaro igenerwa abatsinze igiye gutangwa na Madame Daniela Isetti, umwe mu bagize komite nyobozi ya UCI.
In third place and winner of the bronze medal representing Spain. À la troisième place et vainqueur de la médaille de bronze représentant l'Espagne.
Umwanya wa gatatu n'umudari w'umuringa yegukanywe n'umukinnyi ukinira Espagne.
Paula Blasi!
Paula Blasi, the 22-year-old rider from Spain, storms through to take the bronze medal at the top of the final climb. The great race by this rider today. Rides for UAE Team ADQ
In
A very proud
place,
moment, I think,
and
for this
winner of the
Spanish
silver
rider.
medal, representing Slovakia. À la deuxième place, c'est vainqueur de la médaille d'argent, représentant la Slovaquie.
ku mwanya wa kabiri n'umudari wa feza yegukanywe n'umukino ukinira Slovakia.
Victoria Heladuyanova.
2 medals in these World Championships for this young rider. The youngest rider in the race, again on the podium.
In first place, UCI World Champion and winner of the gold medal representing France. À la première place, champion du monde UCI et gagnant de la médaille d'or représentant la France.
Shampiyona y'isi yo gusiganwa ku magare n'umudari wa zahabu byegukanywe n'umukinnyi ukinira Ubufaransa.
Célia Géry.
Célia Géry is the world champion, 19 years of age. Perfect result. Perfect race. She was 5th last year in the junior road race. This time she's the world champion at under 23. The new world champion, Célia Géry.
The gifts will be presented by Candy Bassominguera, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Sports. Les cadeaux seront remis par Candy Bassominguera, secrétaire permanent du ministère des Sports.
Impano zigiye gutangwa na Kandi Basomingera, umunyamabanga uhoraho muri Minisiteri ya Siporo y'u Rwanda.
The Tissot watch will be presented by Mrs. Daniela Isetti, UCI Management Committee member. La montre Tissot sera présentée par Madame Daniela Isetti, membre du comité directeur de l'UCI.
Impano y'isaha ikorwa n'uruganda Tissot igiye gutangwa na Madame Daniela Isetti, umwe mu bagize komite nyobozi ya UCI.
Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of our new UCI World Champion, we present the national anthem of France. Mesdames et messieurs, en l'honneur de notre nouvelle championne du monde UCI, nous vous présentons l'hymne national de la France.
Mudufashe nanone gushimira uwegukanye shampiyona y'isi y'amagare mu gukomeza kumuha icyubahiro. Twese duhaguruke mu gihe haririmbwa indirimbo yubahiriza igihugu cye cy'Ubufaransa.
Ladies and gentlemen, please one more time, your applause for our medalists. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez applaudir une dernière fois nos médaillés.
murakoze cyane, twongera dushimira abegukanye imidari muri irushanwa mu byiciro bitandukanye aribo
Celia Giry, gold and
France
world
celebrates the gold medalist, Celia Giry. There's our medalist in the under-23 women's road race.
Hey, Paula Blasi, bronze.
3 hours and 24 minutes of racing for under-23 riders, and a 19-year-old rider wins it. She was in the moves that mattered every single time today. She didn't put a foot wrong, did she? I think with about 4 laps to go, we said she was flying. She just looked so easy and in control. And some days you get that. Well, today's her day. She's got the rainbow bands. For her to go and sign some jerseys, do some interviews. Tomorrow is a massive day. If you're settling down with us, we've got quite a few hours to bring you. We're going to start very first thing in the morning with the men's junior road race, and then we bring you the men's under-23 road race. Off she goes to sign some jerseys, to do all her press interviews and everything that goes with this win. Our rider's still finishing here at the line.
Thank you so much, Kigali. Merci beaucoup. Murakoze cyane. Mbibutse ko rero turabasaba kuguma aha ngaha kubera ko mu kanya gato cyane tugiye kwakira Kaka DJ.
Julie Bergo with her, who helped us so much today as well. Time to sign the jerseys, then we'll hear from her and we'll leave you with the sights and sounds of today's race. For all of you who've joined us, thank you so much for joining us for this under-23 women's road race. A little piece of history today. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the men's junior road race and the men's under-23 road race. If you're joining us then, we look forward to it, and then we go into a big weekend of racing to finish. Thank you very much to all of you, and we'll see you tomorrow. From me, Ant McCrossan, bye for now.
Célia, vous l'avez ce maillot sur vos épaules, vous avez eu le temps de réaliser, ça représente quoi pour vous, championne du monde?
C'est juste génial, c'est la concrétisation d'une belle saison et d'une magnifique équipe de France aujourd'hui. Donc c'était vraiment génial ce podium avec l'équipe de France au pied, ouais, vraiment incroyable.
Racontez-nous un peu cette journée et la tactique de course assez étonnante, c'était une sélection par l'arrière finalement.
Oui, c'était une sélection par l'arrière, mais un peu moins que ce qu'on aurait pu penser pendant le briefing. C'est vrai que ça a mis assez longtemps quand même à s'écrémer. On était encore une bonne quinzaine ou une grosse dizaine à la fin, avant le dernier tour. Donc ouais, c'était une course qui s'est écrémée par l'arrière, mais assez difficilement quand même.
Vous réalisez quand que vous êtes champion du monde? Après la ligne, au moment de la ligne?
Là, je crois que je réalise pas encore, mais ouais, là, dans les 100 derniers mètres, je me suis dit, c'est bon, ça va le faire.
Bravo. Félicitations.
Tell me where you dey. Latin Saturday.